Hello, ladies. You welcome to SBF family, and I just want to say thank you so much for being with us through this journey. Today, we have an amazing topic for you, and this is how it goes. What do you prefer? What do you prefer, you as a lady, when it comes to proposals? Would you prefer your man to propose to you publicly or private? And again, to our YouTube viewers, if you are viewing our YouTube channel for the first time, please, I'm Joanne.
I'm Immaculate.
Grace. Like,
Share.
And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Seeking Balance and Flourishing. This is actually what I would prefer, me as Joanne. I think when it comes to my man, that one unique man that a chance would land on, me to choose. Please, this is how I really prefer you to do it. I would prefer you doing public, to do it public. Yeah, I guess that I knew like you'd ask me why. Why? Because me as Joan, actually, I would just feel like it would just make me feel proud. There are actually men who, we women, we are more confident than them. So I just beg you, don't be that kind of man who even fails to be confident before me. So I prefer public because it will prove me that my man he's proud of me. So he's not hiding anything from anyone. That is why he goes out and does it publicly. So I would prefer public because I would feel like you are proud of me and you are confident, of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really nice to know that you have a bold man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let men be men, but can we stop telling men to be a certain kind of person? Anyway, who are you if you cannot propose to your woman in front of at least her parents, your parents and siblings?
Yeah. Yeah.
What shall we do with you?
What?
Anyway, I do agree with you on that specific topic, like that specifically, that you would like to know that your man is confident both in you and in himself.
Yeah.
That really speaks a lot to how a relationship starts.
Exactly.
Because if you start by shying away and saying, I'll just, throw it together at dinner and just propose. At dinner I have cooked. You will have to ask again.
And actually,
Wow.
Amy, there is this thing, I call it a false lie that men are using. A man comes up and says, like sometimes when you throwing like a kind of story, and he's like, by the way, like, my lady, how would you prefer me to do it when I'm going to propose to you? You understand? Then you tell him public, I'll tell him public, and then he's like, oh, by the way, my confidence is less. Why? I cannot do this. I cannot manage this thing of kneeling. Like asking a woman by kneeling. So it is not a must.
That find a woman who can work with that.
With that actually.
The good thing about us women, there are so many women who are willing to tolerate the least of the least, but that person cannot be me. So like if you feel you cannot kneel, find a woman who comes from where they don't kneel. I mean, for me, my mother says she can never respect a man who kneels. So,
Wow. Wow.
so you would relate with a woman like that, okay? And understandably, she's a Mchiga woman, married to a Mchiga man. Will I marry a Mchiga? Debatable, because.
So for you, you'd want a man to kneel when they're proposing.
The one knee will do.
The one
Is
you
there any
will
other
do.
reason all day that you'll be kneeling?
Exactly.
Except
I know.
before God.
You understand?
Talk
Yeah.
about
So
it.
the one me would do, gentle.
Me, my view is different from yours. Mine is private.
Wow.
Just because of me.
Mm.
I'm all about me.
Yeah.
My decision, me. So it's not about being selfish or anything. My personality is just keep it private. When it comes to relationships, I'm that kind of a person who wants it private, even if it is marriage.
Yeah.
Even if it is a secret marriage and we go to the civil, we go for a civil marriage and it stays in between us, because I feel like marriage is a two people thing. So it doesn't necessarily mean I need to, everyone needs to know about an engagement. We are engaged? No. As long as it is what? It is the two of us, we've agreed, we want to get married, you're proposing, let it be private. But private, to which extent? Because I would want it to be fancy and classy. It doesn't mean you just wake up one day, since it is private,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
tell me, I know. No, at least let's go to the Bahamas, let's go somewhere classy. But it is the two of us. But it is the two of
We did
us.
not see that one coming. You thought you wanted the
I thought actually
the
like
flowers.
yeah.
Me.
Exactly.
Let it be an extra thing, because the mere fact that it is private, it is the two of us. I love beach, nature and everything, so we can go to a nice beach, but when it is just the two of us and the photographer, and that is it. And that day you can have made my day. For me, I have no problem. For it to be with people around, no. Because if it let it be a wedding, I don't want so many people.
Oh, actually now when you say you, him, and the photographer, that's already 3 people.
Yeah, and the third person is going
Yeah,
to take
that's
pictures.
private.
So
It is still private
Is it
because
still private?
yes, because those are memories,
Okay.
and it doesn't mean I won't post.
I
can
mean,
still
even if it
post.
was just him and your direct family, let's say your sisters, your brothers, maybe a best friend, it would still be private.
It would still be private,
No, that is
but
not
me,
private.
I would want it the two of us still.
Okay, personally, I would say both private and not private, and I have my reasons.
Okay.
Shall we start with public? If you are going to do it big or go home. You will not come to me with cheap flowers and that there is that letter of marry me that they draw there.
There,
and then they
in the
draw
middle.
roses
I
down.
know.
Eh? And then you look around the rest of the hotel and it's just naked. Please. You want to do it big? Let's go to what is that building in Dubai? Offer something. Yes, send the airplane to be there and take pictures. Let the whole world see.
Wow.
This is going to
Yes, since you want the world to know, let it all know.
No.
But to Ugandan standard, stop traffic at Chibuye.
Exactly.
And
Wow.
propose
And
from
new.
there. Let
In
us
the middle,
see.
exactly.
Yeah.
The
So either go big or go home.
Yeah.
I mean, I am very romantical. Not even romantic. Romantical. Yeah, I expect, blow my mind. Because if it has been done before, if I've read it in a book, you're not trying hard enough. So probably you have to do your research, or you have to be very creative. You know what I mean? Or you could copy from the internet, but make sure it's a side of internet. I don't know. Because if it's something, it shall not do. You want to go big, just do it.
As coming to that point, like sometimes like when it comes to public, what would really sometimes make certain ladies feel uncomfortable with it. It's because when a man says you want to do something public, we expect you to take all the costs, and we expect you to do it at a greater standard, whereby everyone will just, actually all the people invited, everyone will just carry her bag, come sit, and just place an order or ask for the menu. You as the guy who has done it public, you cater for everything. You cater for everything, and the lady real feels the vibe of feeling like, wow. When my proposal was done public, it was so amazing to an extent. Everyone who came was excited. They got what to eat, what to drink, to their content. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say go big or go home.
Exactly.
Because if it's some substandard, coming
You will
to
just be
bongo class, it will not work. Anywho, on the other hand, public can be bad. Yeah, I would expect public if we spoke about it. If we both know that we are dating for the purpose of marriage. Yeah, because otherwise you're blindsiding me and you're probably narcissistic. Why are you having the assumption that you will ask and I will say yes? Yeah, it really doesn't make sense for you to try and get me unaware and marry me off. So that's where I would say that I could draw a line on public. If it is not prior, if I did not know, if I did not expect it, then I don't know why you would be doing a public proposal. What if I have another man? Now you're embarrassing me in front of the world. Because, you know, we are not taught. But as you grow, you start hearing wise women tell you, by the way, do not only have one man. Yeah, do not also be sleeping around, but also don't just have one man.
in
Keep
terms of dating.
your options open.
Like, don't have a man in terms of
In terms of
dating.
dating, yeah,
Dating.
because as long as you're not married, you're single. Yeah, so don't put, it's more like don't put all your
Like,
eggs
don't
in one
put all
basket.
your hopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you're going to put me out there, and I probably don't want to marry you. We haven't talked about it, and embarrass me.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think,
Oh, actually, you also embarrass him back.
yeah,
Because you may reject it.
No.
Yes, by saying no. And sometimes he may not even be aware that in that process, you are still assessing who is better
yeah.
to do that proposal to you. So he just
Of
comes
course, now
out
as a woman, you cannot choose who will
excitement.
propose to you. The one you may be giving your hopes
Might
may
not.
not propose.
So really,
Yeah,
that
but at
is-
least you have to have the choice to know, do I want to marry this man? Have we discussed it?
Mm.
On the other hand, private proposal, also go big or go home. Because how do you expect me to cook food and then suddenly you want to kneel and propose?
on your food that you've
On
cooked.
my food that I cooked.
No.
Like she said, let us see some movement.
Something.
Eh?
Something
Let's go to the
unique.
Maldives.
Yeah.
Let us see. Let's go to Thailand.
Mm.
All these beautiful places.
Kalangala
Yeah.
in Uganda.
I know.
Hey, ginger.
Hey, let us see the cottages.
Exactly.
And then under a candlelit dinner, you can present your ideas, and I shall see whether to agree or disagree. Because that is up to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the reason I would like a private proposal is then you have the capacity to say no, yes or no, or maybe let's wait, we are not ready for this. As opposed to a public proposal where if you find you're not a person who stands in your power, you may
Yes.
say yes.
Because
Yes,
you
you're
want
prepared
to.
to say yes.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
it, yeah. So really,
And then I think another thing why actually lately, before actually, I used to think actually that I used to think proposals are private. That is actually when I was growing up, that is what I thought, you understand. So as time kept on going on, I saw that lately, like in the world we are living in, you know, like how should I social media, the technology around, like everything has totally changed. What we think is private has never been private.
Yeah.
You understand? It is you to just perceive it, you as you. And maybe you as a girl. Because sometimes this man is doing it private because actually this was an incident that happened, I think when I was around campus in my second year, to a friend of mine, and we used to share opposite hostels. So a man comes and does it like in her hostel. We weren't actually aware. For us, I just wake up one time, I see this girl having a ring, and I'm like, oh, this is an engagement ring. Wow, when did it happen? So she tells me the man came and did it in her room. But after something like a month, this man tells, actually no, it was a friend to the girl, tells the girl, very soon this man is marrying off. Is wedding off. Wedding off who? Not her. Someone else. So I found like a private engagement, like it lost meaning.
Oh,
So
yeah.
whereby where you think that I'm doing it with my man and it is between me and him, for him he has already made it actually like public
Yeah.
everywhere. You understand? And by the time still, cause what are you protecting? In the first place, what are you protecting? You protecting like it to be, I think, like secret between you and him, so that it doesn't go far, because probably it's the first step. So sometimes we ladies, we are telling ourselves, what if it's not always going toward me in the end? So let me keep it cool, you know. But at the same time, you're not keeping it cool, because at the end, when that thing happens between you and him, in just seconds, you put it on your status, and when it goes on your status, people start downloading it automatically, and it starts going everywhere to those who you never wanted to witness and those who you wanted. So that is why I prefer, why then like let it be public.
I think anyway, at the end of the day, it depends what you prefer as an individual.
Yeah, as an individual.
Yeah, because for me, both ways would work. But like the circumstances will define whether I say yes or I say no. Because if you accept a proposal in the hostel, also.
Which is another thing. Actually, that is why even that thing had to happen. Because some things are even.
Yeah. Also, let us not be judgy, because
But sometimes it would happen and they will.
yeah, because like our worldviews are built by our experiences. Yeah. So when a person sometimes has a certain experience, they are quick to accept some things that they believe are within their reach. I mean, I have encountered people whose parents tell them you should be ready to get married by the time you graduate. And then you find that someone is getting engaged while at school to a fellow student. Like, what are you doing?
Because she's under pressure, she's under a certain limiting condition. At this period of time,
You should have done this, which makes you end up making mistakes. So I think, really, whether it's a yes or no to public or private proposals, that is a very personal thing. Yeah. Me, I would say you make it public, but also if you're like a weapon formed against me, it shall not happen. You will go to whatever building and you will still be disappointed. Yeah. But, I mean, another person may come and find when I've just cooked my food. It's such a painful thing to think about. You must be some kind of wealthy to move me like that.
Yes, you said it's painful. You said it's painful, and you too excited again. That is not painful.
No, I've said you must be a certain kind of wealthy to make me accept such a proposal. Yeah.
So that brings me to the question actually that you related to. Like, it was a statement that you made. It was about what if you're dating several men and now this other person is the one proposing to you? You know, will it be hard for you or is it for you? Then the major question is, what is your view as a lady dating different men? And what I mean dating, it doesn't mean sleeping with those different men. This is a stage whereby you're dating. Remember, in our previous episode, we talked about sex before marriage. Do not normalize it. So that is, put it in your mind that you're not having sex with this man or with these several men, but you're dating, and specifically for marriage, with an intention of marriage. So what is your view? Would it be okay for you to date several men for you to see the right one? But remember, it is you who chooses. That is what different women are not getting in their minds. It is you who chooses. Either he will still come and propose to you, tell you, will you marry me? That is why it is a question. It is either you say yes or no. So, what is your view, Joanne, about dating several men and then choosing that one person, or dating one man, of which there is a circumstance of him failing to marry you? So,
Actually,
what do you think?
to me, it's just actually like a simple answer. Like, I wouldn't date one man. Because when we said dating one man, that simply means that I, as myself, I told myself that I'll start going into dating when I step at campus. And that is in my second year, when almost clocking to the third year. And of course, I told myself, I'll not misuse the chance of dating. You understand? I'll accept. And actually, I normally say, when a man tells you as a lady, when a man asks you to go to a date, please say yes. And just reject what the outcome of the dating will be. You understand? Because when you say no, you're limiting yourself. When you say, I'm choosing one man, I want to be the innocent, you know, the hero of love. You'll be a hero of love, but love will not be a hero.
Be a
to
hero.
you.
You'll show
So,
yourself.
exactly.
I'm not saying it's everyone's story.
No.
It's most.
That is
it's
your-
the most
No, actually,
probable
no,
story.
that is my view. I'm not bringing it out in a bad way, because it is always good to date, to give, not even to give a chance to more than one man. So they come to you, speak to you, listen to them, give yourself time, as much time as you need. Don't be on a panic, don't be on a rush. So through seeing this one, sing this one and sing the other one. Of course, as you pray, making prayer your lifestyle, God will always be with you to finally say no. Now, I'm sorry, I can't love you. I can't love you. I've chosen someone to go with.
As you're saying that, I'm just recalling a very absurd episode in my university life. You know, I've not always believed that we should date more than one people, one person at a time.
What do you
And
believe
so,
now?
when I was on campus, very new campus, someone, we were out with friends and then we met this guy. He looked nice. He even looked better than the guy I was dating at the time. And he was definitely richer and older.
Richer.
And older. Like he was working and I was dating, someone like two years ahead of me. Yeah. So this guy asks me to go and eat Indian food. Guess what I told him? I have a boyfriend. The biggest regret I have from that relationship is that I didn't go out with that good-looking man and eat Indian food. Now, I don't know if you will see, but if you see this, I'm sorry, I did not come for Indian food. If I had known, I would have come for that cuisine. Because as we are here, and I'm single.
You are.
And I since been single.
So actually that brings us to a point of stop prioritizing these so-called boyfriends.
Boyfriends.
No, like it is okay to date several men as long as you're not having sex with those several men.
Yeah.
Most of that opinion.
I think
As
the
many as you
essence,
can,
the
but be
essence,
responsible.
the essence of dating many men is not to be a woman that cannot be trusted.
Yes.
Yeah, it is actually to protect yourself because as women, whoever is taking a lot of your time is probably chipping at a piece of your heart. We're not like men who decide I love this one and then finish. For us, we are sentimental.
Emotional beings.
We are emotional beings. So whoever treats you best, whoever takes the most of your time, that's who you end up, keep giving your mind to.
Yeah.
And that's why they say that you should be looking at different men at the same time. Because they are the ones with the choice to ask you to marry them.
Exactly.
You do not have that choice.
No,
And also you have to, you have a choice to say yes or no.
Yes. So
But you do not have a choice to say, will you marry me?
yes.
I mean, yes,
Though
women do it these days.
Yeah, some women are doing
But
it.
I mean,
And that
would
is
you do
also
it?
another point.
Would you do it?
I wouldn't do it.
Would you do it?
personally.